Okay, so I'm living between seeing and not seeing between. I see, but my glasses from there to there, I can see fine, but from here to here, I cannot. It's just like, oh my goodness, I've never dealt with this before, so obviously. So we're sharing the Constitution and the revelation that it's us. Then the journey of the courtroom is only but a metaphor for us to express ourselves, and we can put it more in a variable or a position where we can start to realize we can have this mindset when we go into word, when we apply voice through sound counsel, that we can render clear resolve, and we can equate it as a high benchmark through the processing of shadow, through the wrestling of plaintiff and defendant, kind of a thing, that we're wrestling the black and the white, the mother and the father, the masculine and the feminine. This is the shadow work of the wrestle of back and forth. He said, she said, how do I settle my case? What is my claim? What am I entitled to? This kind of a language. And so in this vibration, though, it sets up most of our problems stem from our lack of ability to know what the word is as a vibration. In the English and the Greek, and you know this, right, is that we go around and we spout words all day long trying to communicate, but really there's very few people that are articulating a true vibration based on the forensics of what has been verified through the extrapolation, to know the thought process of why you have chosen that word to release it.
Right.
Most of us live in this place right here, and we say many words, but there's nothing underneath our legs to verify the heart nor the head, where we've allowed someone else to determine an outcome of a court case. That's why we're being under a constitution. Mm-hmm. So this is the language of sovereign sentencing again, where when we know the definition of the word and the vibration of the intention, we then sovereignly sentence over ourselves, undergirding ourselves, lifting us into the position through the deposition, realizing, wait a minute, I'm sovereignly sentencing over, under, through myself to establish myself as the Constitution. Therefore, I no longer have a sovereign sentencing over me.
Correct, right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I'll keep on drilling down on that until we realize, wait a minute, someone else is speaking a sentencing over me. Like, that's so powerful in that little caption of a sovereign sentencing.
Well, we've talked about that before, those are literally the egregores, the thought forms that we have placed over ourselves.
Right. And so therefore we have a shadow. We have a shadow that's looking to determine, how do we cross this expanse? Again, this is the benchmark. It's a big bench now, but the judge is sitting there. There's an integration of translation here, and then there's a claim and a defendant that is wrestling a resolve, black, white, shadow work, right? Resolving, and this will all collapse into the realization, oh, black is white, white is black. I'm neutral in both, and there I sit. And from that vantage point of judge magistrate, I simply see both cases. Until you plead your case, I'm indifferent. Because I've resolved myself, I validated myself into the stance of invalidation. I'm just simply here as an observer watching, plead your case, because by law, I'm held to that. I can't be biased one way or the other.
Well, in other words, you're not free to move about the cabin,
right,
until this is released.
So this is released. This is the transaction. So
right.
So I run this through my peripherals and my mindset. This is how I see the language. This is what assists me. I always see it through a language of extrapolation, and then acting the law through the assembly of the word, and then condensing it in my resolve, thus becoming a constitution condensed. And I can
in the realization that it's all you.
It's all you. There's nothing. There's no courtroom outside of you. It's all within you. Okay.